What's up, y'all, and welcome to another edition of BigDubbaKnowledgeDrop. Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back. Hope I find everybody doing well and doing good things. Alright, I know I haven't done a knowledge drop in a while, and you know all you guys be commenting saying, hey, when's the next one coming? When's the next one coming? And I'm tired of that. So I decided I'll make one. Shut y'all up. Nah, it probably has something to do with season 16 just starting last Wednesday with Reverse Cowgirl. Good one. If y'all haven't seen it, watch it. For those who have seen it, let me know if you've done the suggested advice while you're in the last freedom that America bestows to you. But yeah, watch the episode, you'll understand that. You'll understand that I can't say it right, but it's no big deal. So yeah, getting into this. This knowledge drop from Big Dubba, yo man, is going to be about Season 1, Episode 7, Pink Eye. This, you know, this is the 7th one I've done, but I didn't want to be all, I gotta stay with the 7, so let's go with Season 7, Episode 7, Red Man's Greed, oh gambling sucks, and you can't be doing that, 1-800-GAMBLER. You don't want none of that, I don't want none of that. So I decided to go with something that's a little more fun, a little more engaging, and a whole lot wider ranged. This is a horror one. Yeah, South Park can do horror. Don't matter if it's just a Halloween special or nothing, they can do it. Now I'm going to take you through it and let you know how everything they did relates to horror. And if it doesn't relate to horror, it relates to you and me, it relates to 1998. And you know what? You're going to be like, damn, I got to keep watching South Park and thinking, because if I watch it like an idiot, I'll laugh. But if I watch it like this guy, you'll be like, oh, snap. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to go through it with you real quick. Let's get through the summary right quick so I can let you know what's going on with the episode. So it starts off with the Russians up in their spaceship, crashing it, of course, because, you know, they're Russian. Straight on to Kenny. Kenny dies, flat, kaput, gone. Ambulance comes up, GTA style, pulls him straight into the ambulance, takes him over to the mortuary. Morticians are all up in him, talking, not paying attention, blood going out, bombing fluid going in. Guess what? One of them drops their Worcestershire sauce. English stuff, you know. Drops it right in there. Kenny all of a sudden wakes up. Mortician's in the other room. Kenny comes into him, bites one on the head, gets the other one on the arm, and bounces. Next day, Halloween. Everybody's all jacked up with their costumes on. We got Kyle in his Chewbacca costume. We got Stan and Raggedy Andy. Wendy is supposed to be Raggedy Ann, which I guess makes a little bit of sense. I didn't know there was a Raggedy Andy. You know, Raggedy Ann, I guess, is that doll, rag doll. I mean, Peppy Longstocking kind of thing. But yeah, and we got Cartman dressed up as Hitler. Good times between him and Kyle, as you can tell already, starting from right beginning. And then we got Kenny coming up, no costume, looks like crap. And that's because he's poor. No, and you'll see why later. And then they go to school. Kyle sees everybody's dressed up as Chewbacca. And that pisses him off, because you know what they're trying to do is win a costume contest later in the day to get a big old thing full of candy that's twice as big as either of any of them. Principal Victoria sees Cartman as Hitler. You know, he can't be doing that kind of stuff. Takes him over to the office. While all that's going on, the morticians go to the doctor. The doctor says, oh, you have no pulse. You're only 55 degrees cold. You got ooey gicky stuff in your eye. You got pink eye. So there you can already see things are going weird. People are going to be thinking, oh, it's pink eye, instead of what they really are. So yeah, then Cartman has to change, gets dressed up as a ghost. And now, then we switch over to the costume contest, where we see Wendy, dressed up as Chewbacca, ends up being the winner. Kenny gets second for being just gross looking, you know. And then Stan gets last. No third place, nothing else in the middle except for first, second, and last. And then, so, nighttime comes around. It's a, you know, trick-or-treating time. Stan, Kyle, Kenny, Cartman all go off trick-or-treating. Only at least 3 of them, Stan, Cartman, and Kyle, end up at Chef's place for trick-or-treating. Chef comes out, chainsaws blazing, ready to chop their heads off because he's figured out that everybody's a zombie and that it's not a thing of pink eye. So explaining this, to the kids, talking about went to the doctor's office. So the first people there were the morticians. Goes to the mayor, and the mayor and Officer Barbrady are doing some kind of sex thing. That, you know, bunch of money, Japanese mafia. That's about all they let you know. But anyway, and then so they go up to the mortuary to try to figure out what's going on, and they see this Worcestershire sauce that is dropped and went straight into the embalming fluid. Figure it out. It says on the label, "Do not use embalming fluid." So they got called the number on the back when you got a problem, you know, like you do with anything. So they go outside, of course, to call the thing, and all the zombies are coming in, and you know, it's just like Shaun of the Dead. All the zombies come in, they chainsawing them all up, and eventually they figure out that you just gotta kill the original zombie, who, of course, they think back, oh, it's gotta be Kenny. So kill Kenny, chops him right in half. Kyle, of course, you know, chops him right in half. Oh my God, I killed Kenny. I'm a bastard. And then, that's it. That's the episode. Nah. And then they're at Kenny's funeral. And Kenny, when they all leave, pops out of his grave. Just like good old-fashioned Kenny, never can die. And yeah, so that ends up with being in the show. I know you guys were thinking, damn, that was not quick at all. I apologize, because I know it wasn't quick. But you'll be glad to know that everything I said had a purpose, had a meaning, and you'll see when I later explain everything that went down in that episode. And by that I mean I'm gonna explain it pretty quick, probably be shorter than the summary, because I know y'all got other better things to do besides sit here and listen to me all day. But you know, you'll love it. With easy stuff, because I know y'all have watched a horror movie. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of them, but you know, some of you guys might be, and I'll let you know. There, you know, in a horror movie you expect things. Those are conventions, things you expect from a movie. Well, this will satisfy those conventions. There's a bunch of close range weapons, as you can see by the chainsaw. There is the above average protagonists, which are the three kids. You know, you don't expect third graders to be able to do what they did in saving a whole town. Then there's also incompetent authority, which is seen by the doctor, the mayor, and the officer Barbrady, for all having a chance to do something about what was going on, but couldn't do a dang thing about it. And it's also seen a little bit in the morticians for starting this whole apocalyptic thing. Lastly, zombies. Of course, a zombie movie, but zombie movies are horror movies. And, you know, zombies are a way of showing complete terror, disgust, and fear, and expressing them real quick to the audience. Now these four things, plus more, lighting, you know, the situation, setting, stuff like that, all add up to this showing that this is a horror episode, a horror thing. And now, we're gonna go a little deeper. Let's start off with candy. Candy, yummy, delicious, little kids love it, big kids love it, old people pretend to like it. Anyway, they all love it. And candy is representative of consumerism in America. In America's youth, in America's everybody. Candy is the object of absolute affection. The kids are trick-or-treating. The zombies are destroying crap all around them while they're walking through town. And they don't seem to notice, they don't seem to care. Because all they really care about is getting that candy. And back then, 1998, Bill Clinton, second term in office, he's doing fine. Economy's doing good. National debt squeezing down real close to nothing. Americans are spending like crazy. You got nothing to worry about. Everyone's got good credit. Everyone's got good on everything. So they just keep buying. So this was a little stab right there at the consumerism that we experience here in America. Then another deep philosophical guy. Everybody knows that Sigmund Freud. His essay on the uncanny is uncanny. Freud describes the uncanny as something that something that you thought was safe is all of a sudden become harmful. The biggest example is, of course, the house. House, that's the safe place. You know, you go home, safe, you know, safe haven, everything like that. Then when it becomes haunted, then that's when all things go to shit. And you don't like that, and that weird ass feeling, not good. Also works the same way when things come to fruition that you thought would never happen. Like when Stan tells Wendy, "I wish you were dead," right before they go trick-or-treating. Yeah, pause for effect, motherfuckers. Anyway, so yeah. So he, later, at the mortuary, is standing face to face with exactly what he said. He could kill Wendy, because Wendy is a zombie coming at him, self-preservation. He's just standing there like, he can't do it, can't do it. That uneasiness that he felt, everything that was pouring into his head right there, is the exact definition of the uncanny. And South Park magically just fits it right in there. Lets everybody know, hey, everybody gets this uneasiness feeling when things you thought couldn't happen do happen. He never thought he'd be in a situation to actually kill Wendy when he wanted her dead, but that's exactly what happened. And then we see through the Chewbacca character how America, the society, is so consumed with being uniform, fitting in and doing what everyone else is doing. I mean, it's exasperated by the fact that Wendy somehow wins the costume contest when all she's doing is wearing a Chewbacca mask, when there's 8 other people wearing a Chewbacca mask. And Kyle is doubly frustrated for one, being a Chewbacca at the beginning and changing into a solar system where he's all proud that the planets even rotated the right way, which, you know, I'm pretty sure they all go the same direction, but that's for someone else for another time. But yeah, this shows that as a society, we pick out individuals and get rid of them, and we reward people for being a clone, for fitting in, and for doing what everyone else expects them to do. And then, last of course, which was the first joke, the Russians. Russians, you know, they're just easy to make fun of, communist bastards, all that kind of good stuff. And South Park just has no problem taking a jab at anybody. And so, this was the Russians' turn. This is light. Space station falls out of orbit. That space station did fine. Stayed up till 1996 or 98 or something. Did all its good stuff. I don't really care about it. South Park doesn't care about it. And that's what it is. So I hope you guys understand what happened in this episode. It wasn't just a horror film. It wasn't just funny. And it was both. Because South Park was able to use conventions and was able to go real deep into the horror genre to show fear, uneasiness, terror, disgust, all this good stuff, and was able to end it kind of strange, as you'll see. It's just it's a weird ending. It just kind of seems to pop out of nowhere, but as there's a lot of things in South Park, it works. So I hope you guys will go out, watch this episode, get stuck, watch a lot more episodes. And that was me dropping knowledge on you bitches. Hopefully you have a good one till my next video. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, hit that thumbs up. You know you do. Later, players.